You're the goddamn prize. You dangle the damn carrot. You move the goalposts in terms of what happiness is. You shouldn't even have to play games, but if somebody's going to have the short end of the stick, my dear, let it be his ass and not you. Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
This channel discusses trending topics, celebrity news, and reality TV.
Back on track, and for the most part, really good actually. Yeah, because I know you were kind of trying to get your sex life back on track, and we went bike riding a little bit ago, and he suggested that the dilemma I'm in at the moment is like in my head. Like it's kind of like mind over matter. Maybe it is in our head. Because if you don't feel good about yourself, I mean, that plays a factor. That's always been a factor for me in life, just general. Yeah. When I met Maurice, I felt like he thought I was prettier than I felt I was. Yeah. That's just always been me.
In listening to the conversation that Kimmie had with her girlfriend, Andrea, beautiful sister, it was really disheartening and it was hard to listen to. And when Kimmie said that Maurice thought that she was prettier than she deemed herself as it relates to her appearance, and she's always felt like that. So a couple of things came to mind. Kimmie is a perfectionist, okay? And sometimes people can be self-deprecating and harder on themselves and heavily critiquing themselves. I guess that's human nature to a degree. But I wonder if she ever mouthed that to Maurice. Oh, and you think I'm pretty? You know how she does that baby voice. Oh, you think I'm attractive? Oh, I don't think I'm all that. And sometimes people do that fishing for compliments. She doesn't strike me as that type fishing for compliments. She probably really felt that way. But I'd be damned if I would tell a man that. Child, you don't get no Negro the upper hand. But anywho, and it's quite clear that Kimmie deems Maurice the prize. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's a 7, 8, 9 year age gap between you guys. Is that it? Is that why sometimes you do that whole sex kitten persona? Hey, do what you do, spice up your bedroom or whatever it takes, child. But do you feel like you have to act younger or appear younger just to ensure that you have captivated his attention and you can hold his attention? I feel like he plays Jedi mind tricks with her. I feel like Maurice, too, is covert in his approach and he's a master manipulator. I've said that before. I feel like he always moves the goalposts when it comes to Kimmie because she told her girlfriend later in the conversation, I didn't show that clip, that she's self conscious because Maurice always complained that they didn't have sex enough. But yet now she feels as though since she's gotten sick with carcinoma, and God bless her for beating her illness, but she feels like now that it's less than it was before. So she's self conscious about that. And it doesn't help that he's telling her, oh, it's all in your mind. I'm like, she better than me because I will cuss his ass, smooth the fuck out. Be like, you know what? If you don't go jack off somewhere with a goddamn blow up doll, honey, if you want to go get a mistress or do whatever the hell, just leave me be. Get out my house if he living in it. I think he do live in her house. Child, I will cut my damn losses. Just going through a life or death experience and you could have almost lost your life. And then you got him hanging in the balance, tugging on you at night, wearing the hell out you, honey. He got a sexual addiction and he needs to go see somebody about that. Okay. That's a whole different conversation. And I wonder, does he get his esteem from having sex? I'm wondering, does Maurice seek external validation by the number of notches in his belt, the number of conquests? Because remember that time they were in Vegas, he said that he slept with 6 women at once. I don't believe that ish, but whatever. I always wonder about people like that who are over sexualized and have such a high libido, okay? That's above the norm. And I know it can vary person to person, but it's something psychological on his end in order to need that. But again, he's a master manipulator because he's always moving the goalposts. He tries to gaslight her and make her feel bad. Oh, it's just in your mind. You could do it mind over matter if you wanted to. That's bullshit, okay? That's psychological abuse. That's emotional abuse on a level, even though he does it with a little coy smile on his face, but it's still manipulation. And he's eroding her sense of self. And again, I think The fact that there's an age gap, she feels as though she has to go above and beyond to keep this man. Child, she's a good one. Child, I would tell him if he don't get his goddamn vanilla key ball head ass somewhere, he would get the hell out my face. So you let us in a little bit because you don't always disclose a whole lot because Kimmie presents in such a way that she always has it all together. Okay. And there are little to no cracks in her veneer, but we see it just by the fact that he tries to treat you like a damn mammy, so to speak, cleaning up the damn house. You got to cook, clean, cater to him, his son, and every damn body else, child. Get an emotional support dog. And I've said it in other videos. Stress can trigger illnesses. And I'll just leave that right there. And in my opinion, he stresses her the hell out, even though she tries to act as if though everything's all together with a smile. And then again, he's a master manipulator. He's just like his brother. He just has a different approach, okay? Whereas Marceau is an asshole, Maurice tries to play the good cop role, but he's equally as manipulative, especially when they showed the clip where they went to counseling and Kimmie had been saying the exact same thing to him in terms of what she needed and wanted or trying to express her feelings, but he instantaneously seemed to get it when the therapist presented it to him. Now, that's not uncommon because sometimes people will shut out the feelings of a loved one or because you're too close to the person and you do need that third party, someone more objective for it to come across. But I don't know if that's the case with him. I think that's just him trying to present in such a way that he's just this good guy and this good person. But she says that he rarely ever executes the things that he says he's going to do as it relates to supporting the relationship and making changes that will go toward the betterment of the relationship. He just says that to appease the counselor and to gaslight the hell out of her. So again, he moves the goalposts. And it's unfortunate because it's like she's chasing a moving target. She'll never reach the pinnacle with him. In conclusion, it's just hard to watch because he's forever dangling that carrot. If you would only just do this, Kimmie, things would be great. If you would only have sex with me more, things would be this. It's like she'll never be enough. It'll never be perfect. It will never be to where he's content or satisfied. And that's his way of playing head games with Kimmie in order to maintain the upper hand. He dangles her happiness on a string, okay? And he just strings her along, moving the goalposts. Then it will be something else. Oh, you don't clean up enough. It's always going to be something with him. Being with him, she'll never be content. He's going to erode her self-esteem. He's going to erode her sense of self. And she's going to be a former shell of herself. I think she's already a former shell of herself, trying to make this man happy because, Kimmie, my dear, you don't realize that you're the prize, right? It's interesting in the episode last week when she was having that meeting with Nell Fletcher and when she was in a confessional, she called Nell Miss Nell. I'm like, shit, y'all damn near the same age. And ain't nothing wrong with that because you found his wine, Kimmie. But I'm like, it ain't that much of an age gap. What y'all might be a couple, 2-3 years apart. Shit, quiet as it's kept. Y'all might be the same damn age. So that let me know in her mind, she's trying to incorporate a younger persona. And I don't think she has arrested development. I think she's fully aware of her grown age, okay, and who she is and her maturation as a woman. But I think she regresses back, just like she regresses back with that baby voice in order to be at the same mental level as Maurice, if that makes sense, okay? So, honey, child, you need a grown ass man closer to your age, or if you're going to be with a younger man, let him be mature enough in order to handle a grown ass woman who had herself together, raised a grown son, highly educated, had her shit together. Okay, you got with him, and allegedly the streets say you had to put his name on the house of your deed. Okay, he finessed you into that, right? And I believe it, but it's alleged, so I don't want to say it's 100% true. And some people say he finessed you into paying for his law school. So I get it, Kimmie. You feel like you invested a whole lot into this man. But sister, know your value, know your self-worth, because child, you can easily meet some damn body else. Hell, you can be alone the rest of your life as opposed to dealing with a manipulative, gaslighting mofo who's just trying to dangle your happiness on a string. You're the goddamn prize. You dangle the damn carrot. You move the goalposts in terms of what happiness is. You shouldn't even have to play games, but if somebody's going to have the short end of the stick, my dear, let it be his ass and not you. But anyway, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.